Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Maria Bonita, your tapping practitioner for today, and today's sequence is on anxiety around money. So if you're someone who stresses a lot about money, you feel anxiety around it, whether you have money or whether you don't have much money in your account right now, if there's a lot of emotions that come up for you around this tapping is for you, and I highly recommend that you do it for 30 days straight and let us know how you get along in the comments, okay? So firstly, just tune into your body and just notice where you're feeling this stress, where you're feeling this anxiety. Is it the back of your throat? Is it the pit of your stomach? And just give it a number from 0 to 10 in terms of intensity, and I want you to check that number at the end, okay, and see where you're at. Okay, so just tune in for a second, notice what you're feeling, and we're going to start tapping here on the side of the hand. I really worry about money a lot. It stresses me out. Sometimes I wish that it just didn't exist because it would be so much easier that way. I notice myself feeling like it's never enough. Sometimes I avoid checking my accounts because I'm worried about what I'm going to see and I don't want to deal with it. I feel guilty when I spend it. And sometimes I avoid spending it, and that doesn't feel good either. Perhaps I worry every time I pay for something. I panic when the bills come. I don't feel prepared if there was a sudden expense. And it just takes up so much of my energy. It's exhausting. It drains me. And it gets in the way of me being present and just enjoying life. Because I don't want to be this person. I want to be the sort of person who just can order anything off the menu without looking at the price. Or pays for things in advance without thinking about it. Or is super generous and just buys people lunch. I know that abundance is mine, but when I look at my money, I feel a lot of resistance. I feel a lot of dense energy. I feel bad even admitting that I want it. It feels kind of dirty. But I'm ready to look at this a different way. I feel anxiety in my body. When I think about money, I worry. I panic. Sometimes it consumes far too many of my thoughts. And then I judge myself for it. Like, come on, why can't I just snap out of it? And I just want to feel good. I just want to have fun. I just want to feel like me and money are friends. And I see other people totally thriving. And I think, why not me? Do I not deserve that? Why can't I get my shit together? But I think it's time to be a bit more compassionate with myself. The worry that I'm feeling is normal. The anxiety that I'm feeling is just anxiety. And everyone feels anxiety at some point in their lives. Perhaps I've got debt. And I feel like that makes me not good enough somehow. Or that I'm irresponsible. But the truth is, everyone at some point or other has some kind of debt. And it's just about the way you look at it. So I want to choose to look at things differently. I want to accept how I'm feeling. Because part of the reason I'm worrying so much is because it feels kind of useful. It feels like the responsible adult thing to do. Because if I'm not thinking about it, then I'm not really caring about it. And even though part of me knows that's not really true, part of me feels like worrying is sensible. And I love, accept and forgive myself for feeling this way. It's totally normal. I've picked it up from society. I've picked it up from people around me. Perhaps I've grown up with people always struggling around money. Always making references about being poor or not having enough, regardless of what the actual circumstances were. And I accept that I've adopted some of these patterns. But I'm also realizing that I don't have to choose them. I get to do things differently. I get to look at money in a completely different way. And perhaps, even though this kind of feels like a curse, and I wish I was just instantly a millionaire and everything was sorted for me, part of me realizes that this is a gift. This is an opportunity. I'm the one here to do things differently. I'm here to birth a new paradigm, to break the generational cycles. And that means being that fish that's swimming upriver, the one that isn't paying attention to everything around her, the one that is choosing the way she relates to money, rather than just continuing with old programming. So I choose to love, accept and release all of this old programming, all of my past cycles. I know that anything I've aligned with up until now has come from a good place. It seemed like it was sensible at the time. But now I'm choosing to do things differently. I'm choosing to see money as my friend, as an opportunity for me to choose how I treat it, how I relate to it, how I use it, to be a tool of growth and expansion, not just materially, but spiritually. Because every time money comes through me, I bless it. I recycle it with love. I invest it in things that are important to me. Even if that's just my groceries or something for, a gift for a family member. I choose to be joyful with it, respect it, love it. And even if sometimes I feel a bit anxious, that's okay. I accept those feelings. I accept that old programming. And I choose to let it go. Because my true nature is love. And sometimes I forget that when it comes to money. So I'm going to start being more compassionate with myself. If I notice myself tensing up when it comes to spending, I'm going to take a deep breath, accept how I feel, and tune in with love before I spend it. If I panic and I feel like it's not enough, again, I'm not going to try and make sense of the moment. I'm going to take a deep breath. Perhaps I'm going to tap. And I'm going to shift my energy. Because the frequency of the problem is not the same as the solution. And in the problem, creative solutions are always possible. So I'm going to open myself up to different possibilities. All the different ways it can come into my life. Ways that I can't even imagine. Because it's always coming into my life through different people, different situations. And I choose to open myself to all of them now. And now that I think about it, I'm grateful I get to make this choice. And so it is. Take a deep breath in, let it all out. And let us know on the scale where you started at and where you are now. So rate yourself again in terms of the anxiety. And like I say, do this for 30 days. I promise you, you will see massive, massive shifts. Remember, this is the invitation for you. We have the tapping circle for you. This is the weekly membership where you get to tap. And if you sign up today or at the moment, it's $75 and you get a one-on-one session with me, totally included. So the link is down below and I'll see you very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.